Alright guys, it is Thursday, March 17th, and we're about to start the Ironton Rail Trail. 13 miles, it's a paved loop.
Dream in color, you're black and white, and I prefer the country to your city lights. But we made our bed and it feels just right, so I'll stay here with you for the rest of my night. For taking chances, but you've taken a chance on me, and now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful? But you've taken a chance on me. Now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful, darling?
Alright, so you should be able to hear this if the microphone picks this up off the camera. But this part of the trail actually comes along an old gun range. Well, actually an active gun range. Comes along an active gun range. It's the sporting clay place. It's built along where the old railroad buildings are, and you can hear it for probably about a quarter of a mile through this part of the trail. So if you hear that gunfire, don't be overly alarmed.
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
At the loop. Let's get a sign of this picture of this sign real quick. How's that picture look? All right. Loop 1, east to Trailhead and the Copley Kilns. I guess we're gonna go to the kilns first and get some pictures. Let me get out of this guy's way. Morning. All right, on to the cement kilns. Alright, so this is like the first little bit of an incline. This will get our legs going. Whew. Feel the burn. Hey, you know what? You feel the burn? That means it's doing something. Whew. Obviously more townhouses or apartment buildings over here on the right. God, I hope this rain stops. Afternoon, how are you? Alright. I think we're gonna stop here, get readjusted. This is actually the first parking area that I came to before. Because when I punched in on the GPS for the Ironton Trail, it brought me to this pavilion, this trailhead, which is the Rutch Street and Church Street pavilion or trailhead. I'm gonna wait for this little bit of sprinkles to stop, clean off the camera, clean off my glasses. Maybe I'll make a quick cup of coffee too. I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, back on the trail. Believe it or not, the sun's actually trying to peek through. Up on Rutch Street. Not rich, but Rutch. Thank you. Afternoon, sir. Man, this rain just is not picking up. Literally 2 minutes ago, the sun's peeking through. Actually, it's right over my right shoulder. I should slow down and let the sun catch up. The AT saying is no pain, no rain, no main. I think today is going to be no pain, no rain, no Pine Creek Trail. Just trying to burn off calories and lose a lot of weight. Sorry, quick stop. Something just hit me, and I'm guessing it was either a branch falling or an acorn. Just wanted to make sure nothing fell off the bike. Weird feeling. Alright. Some kind of fancy building over here. What's this all about? This is the American Club of Copley. I guess only Americans can join the club. Maybe that's why there's a big old flagpole with a giant US flag. The American Club. The Italian American, not the Polish American, not the African American American Club. Just the American Club. Everybody can do it. So this is 2nd Street that we are at now. 2nd Street. And I'm sure you can see right up ahead through the trees there on our left are the cement kilns I was talking about earlier. Let's go down here and check this stuff out. Sailor Park, this is called. Sailor Park. Some awesome looking architecture right there. Photo op. Photo op. I'm just gonna let the camera run. Maybe I can get a wider shot. Around this section right after the cement kilns. You can see up above one of the old steel railroad trestles. Really cool. I don't think that one's still in use. It might be. Looks like over on the left, as you can see, the old electrical telegraph lines, the towers over there, the telegraph poles, I should say. It looks like there might have been another track that ran parallel to this one, but that's all been, all those tracks have been prioritized, so maybe they're going to try to somehow extend part of the trail, or maybe this is where it connects with the D&L trail. I'm going to have to look at a map. Houses up here have connecting paths and stairways down to the trail, which is really cool. Keep looking for a trail that's closer to my house up in Tobyhanna. Oddly enough, or maybe it's a good thing, the rails up in our area are actually still used to this day to transport cargo back and forth between, say, the Scranton area, probably even farther north than that, but down here into, well, down into the Tobyhanna, the Poconos. I'm sure somehow it connects down to Allentown still. And there's talk again, as always, of using some of those lines to resurrect the passenger service from the Poconos into New Jersey, and then on into Hoboken and Jersey City, and then obviously into New York City. Again, that's something I wouldn't hold my breath on because, quite honestly, it's probably one of the reasons why my parents and I moved out to Pennsylvania, is because of the promise of the railroad and how they were going to connect the trains to New Jersey. Well, that never happened, and here we are 30, 40 years later. All right, so the reason I'm stopping right now is because there's an old railroad building across the creek from where I am, and up on the peak of the roof there is some kind of bird of prey perched on the top of it. And quite honestly, with the haze and through the trees, I can't really make out what it is. I'm going to take a walk over and see if I can get a closer view. I'm thinking it's a bald eagle. Just the way it's perched and sitting so steadily. I might be looking down at the creek for a fish. But get a little closer and see if I can see what it is. I just have the M50 mounted to the bike. I don't have a zoom lens, so I can't really get any good shots of it. But good to know. Maybe next time I can park a little closer to this area. Oh, he's taken off. Well, maybe he heard me. Sorry. I'll keep an eye out for him on the way back. And no, Stacy, this is not a Kurt Zitzelman moment. I really did see a bird up there. right. Gonna pull over a bit because we got some maintenance workers coming through. So I'm gonna let them come up the trail, and I'm just gonna hang out over here on the side for a minute. Oh, that's nice to see. They actually are doing some early maintenance work. As I said before, today is March 17th, so I'm sure the bike shops are busy. I know Danny over at Pocono Bike is probably busy selling like crazy. Hope so, Danny, after what you guys went through with the world falling apart 2 years ago. Exactly 2 years ago. It was exactly 2 years ago, pretty much to the minute. I know it's late afternoon, but it was late afternoon on March 17th, 2020, when I got called to the general manager's office at my place of employment. And as politely as he could tell me, I was laid off. I said, laid off? What do you mean laid off? Oh, what am I going to do now? And I'll be honest, I actually drove home and I was in tears. I was so upset. I didn't know how I was going to pay the mortgage. I didn't know how I was going to do anything. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, guys. I'll wait. Go ahead. Go on, go on, go on, go on. It's okay. Thank you. There's some nice people trying to slow down and let me pass, but I figure I just let him go. Like, this guy, he ain't slowing down for anybody. Nope. He's like, bike path, fuck you. Anyway, back to my story. So, I drove home, and I was real upset. And you know, I did what we all did. I don't think I ran out and bought toilet paper, but you know, went to the grocery store and bought some things. Probably bought a case of beer and a bottle of Southern Comfort. I actually remember stopping at the local bar on the way home because I was so upset and wanted to drown my sorrows, I guess. And the governor of Pennsylvania had just decided that all the bars were going to close down, and it was the last call at like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And so spent the first days sitting home, you know, COVID this, COVID that, social distance here and there, wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. And so the good thing that came out of all of it was that I started getting back into backpacking and hiking, just getting outside again. I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably the best thing that I ever did for myself. Actually, and you can see a video of it on my YouTube channel, I did an attempted through hike of the West Rim Trail in the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. And I did about 20 miles and slipped on some trees. It was back in May. So let's do the timeline. Laid off in March. 2 months later, I'm trying to do a 30-mile hike and at least some of the roughest terrain of the Pennsylvania wilds. Probably not the smartest thing I ever did, but just had the bug to get out there. Now I'm doing it on a bicycle. So that's really the reason that I wanted to get out here on this day in particular, because I think St. Patrick's Day is always going to be a reminder about how fragile things are and about how life can change on a dime. Because it sure did that day. Anyway, enough blabbering about the past. Let's talk about the future. I'm about to finish 13 miles on a bicycle. And if you told me 2 months ago that I could bike 13 miles, I would have told you you were crazy. But here I am. And don't get me wrong, I know it's an easy trail, but 13 miles is 13 miles. I'll probably do this trail again. I'm going to look around for some others. I definitely want to get back out on the D&H trail and the McDade once they dry up. I'm off from work tomorrow, and it's supposed to be really nice weather. So I'm going to pick a spot and go out and do a few more miles tomorrow. But all of this is training that I'm trying to do, that I am doing. Do or do not. There is no try, said Yoda. It's all training that I'm doing because I'm planning a overnight trip on the Pine Creek Rail Trail, which is 62 miles long. And I know I'm probably going to do the whole thing, but hopefully do the whole thing. This year is my birthday, my 60th birthday in September. So the idea, and Stacy will tell you, good luck, you're crazy, is to do 60 miles for my 60th birthday on the Pine Creek Rail Trail. That's what I'm doing all this training for, and getting all the kinks out of my bike, coming up with the right gear to use for it, the lights, the camping gear, bags on the bike, etc. Well, hello there, Dubs. So stay tuned, and love to have you along for future rides. I think this is the last stretch before the parking lot. So I'm going to switch into low gear and burn some calories and burn up my calves and my quads. Oh man, that hurts. Troxel Steckel Park. Say that 10 times fast. Troxel Steckel, Troxel Steckel, Troxel Steckel. Yeah. Once or twice is hard enough to say. Back across the creek. Creek if you're Pennsylvanian.
all that you dreamed it'd be. Ending up here, ending up with me. Well, you could have gone anywhere, been anyone. Well, you stole my heart like a thief on the run. You're not much for taking chances, but you've taken a chance on me. And now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see.
Alright, well, I was wrong. That was not the last stretch before the parking lot.
Anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful? Darling,
Back on the creek, but I don't think I'm too far from the parking lot. See if I can find a mile marker. Now I grabbed the trail map and I think I looked at it once.
I dream in color, you're black and white. And I prefer the country to your city lights. But we made our
Now it's also been a while since I made one of these YouTube videos, so it's definitely going to be some relearning on my part, because I'm going to have to relearn the editing software and the music and how to do the uploads and time limits and all that good stuff. Some people would say, "Damn, Steve, you got so many different hobbies between biking, hiking, camping, fishing." Well, let's see, there's photography, astrophotography. Yeah, I have a telescope. Oh, I can see my car, I think. Alright, guys. I'll check in with you once I get back to the car and start packing up. Alright, guys. I had to turn the other camera off because the rain is coming down really crazy hard. So, we did it. 13 miles. 13 miles on the Ironton rail trail. Half of it in the rain. 13 miles. That's nice. And it's here. So, I'm gonna get packed up, dry it off, and in case I didn't mention, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna go have some cold beer. Maybe some Irish whiskey. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Oh. Woo. Damn, that was fun. Crazy, but fun. 13 miles in the rain. Oh. Thank God the sun will be out tomorrow. Right? Right.